Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat here, and today covering Toonami's ratings from this past Saturday, October 15th, 2022. Let's start at the top of the block. At the top of the block, we have Housing Complex C at a 0.08. Then we have Yashahime at a 0.06. Loop on the third part 6's finale at a 0.06. One Piece at a 0.05. One Piece at a 0.05. Naruto at a 0.04. So, on the bright side, this was a better week than last week, albeit when the previous week was the worst week in the history of the block, you're bound to go back up. And we went up, well, if you're really technical, you could say we went up 60% week over week, because that is technically a true statement. Kind of misleading, but it is true. With Housing Complex going from 0.05 to 0.08, that is also the largest bump up of the night. And the other shows to see bump ups are Yashahime went up 200ths, and Loop on the third part 6 got up 1/100th. And once again, for the second straight week, Loop on the third part 6 did build on Yashahime, which aired in front of it. Not the biggest of surprises, considering this was the finale of part 6 of Loop on the third. And a lot of people just wanted to see how that story ended. And other than that, I mean, One Piece, I think, is just permanently going to be a 0.05. I'm pretty sure, like, the last 4 or 5 weeks, it's been at that exact number. And Naruto being at 0.04 as well. They're doing this weird thing where they're not giving us Made in Abyss's numbers, but it is the rerun at 3:30 in the morning, so can't imagine it's that high. Albeit next week is going to be a little interesting, as we have that makeshift schedule where we're going to have, I believe it is the Made in Abyss Season 1 finale airing at 3 a.m. If you remembered it from the first time around, the season finale of Made in Abyss is a 1 hour long episode. So, and also it's to help to make some room for not having Loop on the third part 6 because it ended, and we'll get a second episode of Naruto shipping in next week as well. And I mean, it's a step in the right direction for Housing Complex C. It's a very hard show to analyze ratings wise, mostly because of two things. One, it is very, very canonical, as in each episode leads into the next. If you watch this episode and didn't watch any of the first 2 episodes, you're probably pretty damn lost. And another one, it's just so short. It's 4 episodes long, with the finale airing this upcoming Saturday night at midnight. So it's hard to get a full grip on it. And it's the same thing, too, with the 2 fully queued sequels we had in 2018, where it was 6 episodes long, so you couldn't determine any long-term patterns for its ratings. Albeit Progressive did actually do fairly well rating-wise, but almost no one tuned into Alternative. And here we have Housing Complex C, which started with a good 0.12, then had a historically bad rating, and then went up a bit. Not as high as something like Primal normally got, but, I mean, at least it's not staying at 0.05, which means kind of weirdly that people who didn't watch the second episode watched the third, which is, again, kind of bizarre considering, again, these are canonical. Episode follows each episode. So again, even if you watched the first episode and didn't watch the second, you're probably kind of lost. Actually, not as much. Second episode was kind of filler plot heavy for a 4-episode miniseries. So you might be able to skip that second episode and still be fine. Just know how the second episode ended with, and actually it was apparently that dog's head in the shaved ice fruit thing, and not the old man's head. Although it's hard to tell because they implied in like the previous shot that the old security guard got killed. So, I mean, you'd be like, oh, the person did it, and then they snuck the head into the pot when Khan wasn't looking, or something like that. But again, I digress. And next week's episode, which is upcoming this coming Saturday, 2 nights from now, we got a little bit of a hint towards what's going to happen. As it was on Twitter, someone posted something like, man, TV, it's like Housing Complex C is TVMA, but really at this point we just have like girls giggling and this weird suspense stuff. I mean, I expected gore and stuff. And then Maki Terashima Farada, who is, I forgot the exact, she's like the president of Production IG USA, which produced this anime. And she plays a certain like managerial role of the show as well. Said, like, implied, like, oh, then you're going to really like this next episode, implying that we will be getting quite a bit of gore. Which, I mean, with the promo being Yuri's dad going sicko mode and trying to chop down Kimi with a machete, Hotel Rwanda style, Yeah, I'd expect some gore. And there was blood on his face, too, so he probably just killed someone. Probably just tried to kill Khan, but then, like, the machete bounced on his rock, steel, muscular frame or something, man. And then after that, I mean, I'm still holding to my prediction that Kimi is actually evil the whole time, or it's kind of like It's a Good Life situation. It's a Good Life is an episode of The Twilight Zone. Basic plot is it's this weird rural town where everyone has to worship this 6, 7-year-old boy because he has this ability to make people disappear. And he says, "Oh, if I'm angry with you, I'm going to send you, quote unquote, to the cornfield." And like no one has ever seen anyone who's ever gone to the cornfield. So it's like, oh, you just die or something. Or you literally get stuck in an infinite cornmeal field or something. It's going to be something like that, where she's like secretly God or something. Since I guess Production IG Anime really like their main female protagonist being like this every woman, and all of a sudden be like, yeah, you're like this god of destiny, like they did with Fena Pirate Princess, where I'm still not going to forget how weird that ending was. Of, yeah, I know how this is like a swashbuckling adventure. Yeah, but you're like this generation's Noah from Noah's Ark, or something like that. It's not gonna be prophecy. It's gonna be some dark Aztec prophecy thing where she has to like kill a bunch of people to. She's gonna be the reason why all the fish piled up or something. Because I mean, no one suspected her, and how she acted when she saw the prophecy on that wall was almost like she already kind of knew of it. So I'm still thinking that she's got some evil shit going on. I mean, her mommy is some weird plant fetus thing going on there. I mean, that's just my thing, and like and it's gonna be something where, oh, you know how we all thought that like the immigrants, and then we all thought like the old people were evil? No, 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 they're innocent, and the 6-year-old girl you can imply they're worshiping too, because throughout these episodes, the old men always refer to her as like our little Kimmy, which almost comes off like some type of honorific title rather than just referring to, oh, that nice girl who lives in our apartment complex or something too. And they might do something cheeky where it's like, oh, we're a housing complex C because housing complex A and B all went into some weird time portal something into Aztec times or something like that. Just watch it be something that cheesy. I don't know. I'm kind of optimistic actually for the finale. I've said some things like I'm disappointed. It's setting up where it can stick the landing. I said that about Fena Pirate Princess too after the second to last episode. So maybe I don't have the best precedent for those predictions. What do you guys think? Again, Toonami's ratings step up from last week. Housing Complex C at a 0.08. And the series finale, Housing Complex C, upcoming this Saturday. Also, this Saturday, we'll have a doubling up of Naruto. And at 3 a.m., we'll have the Made in Abyss Season 1 finale airing again. I am the Super Orange Cat, and that is all.